Hey all, Michael Lunsford here, Citizens for a New Louisiana. And I wanted to come back and talk to you about some work that we had done a few years ago because we just got information relevant to Anita Begnaud, the former CEO of Downtown Lafayette Unlimited and Downtown Development Authority for the City of Lafayette. It's kind of this weird incestuous organization, DDA and DOU. One's a nonprofit and one is government because it's supported by taxation. But what was weird was the CEO, which is now at the moment Kevin Blanchard, his salary is paid by DDA, but he does work for DOU, the nonprofit. Well, this creates this really weird scenario where, you know how it is. You can only do certain things as government. You're not allowed to do them if you're in government, but you're allowed to do them as a nonprofit. So what they do is they switch back and forth between the two so they can do their nefarious things over here as the nonprofit and then go do their government official things as official. That's how it works. So Anita Begnaud, we got into this intense battle with her back in 2022. She scheduled a tax during Festival International, a tax renewal, a 15-year tax renewal. It was a 50% tax increase over the statutory limit of 10 mils. It's now 15 mils. Here's the article we did on that. Before that, she had done the Downtown Shakedown, which was a special taxing district that she created. She authored this for Downtown Lafayette. It's a 1 cent extra sales tax only for Downtown Lafayette. And the purpose of this tax was supposedly to do all of this infrastructure work. Well, we did an article about a year ago that says the only thing we could find they spent money on was salaries, which isn't even supposed to be what the money is spent on. I digress. Anyway, during the tax fight, she locked up all of her public records. We have it right here in the safe until the day after the tax election because she didn't want information getting out to the public that would change their mind about her tax. It happened on the Saturday of Festival International. 111 people showed up to vote, which is pretty high in my estimation. During Festival International, trying to weave through all that traffic to be able to go vote, to pass the tax that guaranteed her salary for the next 15 years. But the next year, she resigned. And I have to tell you, I was mystified. Why in the world would she fight so hard to guarantee her salary for 15 years just to resign and leave, to go be with her friend Jason L. Kuby in Virginia? Well, this week, we found out, we got the Legislative Auditor's report, and it said, back in 2022, the agency head, Anita Begnaud, participated in the promotion and support for the tax proposition on the ballot of a special election held April 30th, 2022, in accordance with the Louisiana Revised Statute 18:1465, the use of public funds to urge any elector to vote for or against any proposition is prohibited. It goes on to say the government, represented by Anita Begnaud, used public funds to urge electors to vote for a ballot proposition. I mean, they're not pulling punches. They did it. They're caught dead to rights. Well, that, by the way, that came out officially September the 20th, 2023. Now, she had a little early access to this because they have to go back and forth on what their response to the audit's going to be and all that. So she knew about this a little ahead of time. But September the 20th, about a month later, is when she resigned to go work for Jason L. Kuby in Virginia. Imagine that. All coincidence, they tell you. They said, we drove that poor woman away. She was, she just couldn't take the stress of having to deal with us. Well, the fact of the matter is she broke the law and she got caught. Now, how did she get caught, you were going to ask? Well, in 2022, April the 6th, we submitted 19 pages of documentation of the violation of that statute. Then, after we submitted that, this was still while the thing is going on. The ballot is April the 22nd. That was April the 6th. April the 12th, we submitted a 3-page supplemental that included a mailer that said, vote yes for the tax. Then, after the election in June, we submitted a complete summary of all the things that happened and all the mailers, the door hangers. We had photographs of Anita Begnaud at meetings about knocking doors and handing out clipboards to go, support our tax stuff, right? We submitted all that. Finally got caught. By the way, what's the penalty for violating revised statute 18:1465? Whoever violates this provision, whoever violates any provision of this section shall be fined $1,000, imprisoned with or without hard labor for not more than 2 years, or both. So that's the penalty for violating the statute. We caught her. We submitted it to the legislative auditor. The legislative auditor put it in his official report. She resigns and goes to Virginia. That's the kind of work we do here at Citizens for New Louisiana. I know it's tedious. It takes us a long time to get this kind of work done. And I have to tell you, the amount of tips we get and other work that we could be doing, it is significant. I mean, this is the tip of the iceberg. I don't even tell you about most of our successes because there's just so much going on all the time. I don't have time to come back and talk to you about all of it. But even more so, the amount of work we do is the tip of the iceberg for the amount of work we need to be doing. Because of the amount of tips we get in, we see now we're reading at least 100 legislative auditor reports every single week so that we know what we're looking for to try to connect dots and get more information to you, the public, about how, I don't want to say how terrible your government is, but I mean, how do you say it? They're really, not all of the people in your local government have your best interest at heart. Most of them want to pass a tax to pay their salaries, which, by the way, is significant, 6 figures. Some of these are $200,000, $300,000 salaries that they're getting paid. For what? To convince you to tax yourself to pay their salaries. That's what happened in this case. I'm asking you to become a member of our organization. But go to our website, newlouisiana.org. Click Become a Member at the top. I mean, you can do something for as little as $10 a month. We even have a custom donation thing if you want to do an arbitrary amount, $5, $10. You can do that. You can become a member. I would encourage you to become a member, which is a sustaining donor level. We'll send you a nice little packet, a little membership pin, and some other great stuff. And by the way, all the work that we're doing that you're very proud of, because I hear it from you. Oh, we love the work you do. We're very proud of the work you do. It's your work. Once you become a member of the organization, it's your work too. So you can be proud of yourself for doing this magnificent work. So until next time, become a member. Join Citizens for New Louisiana. We'll be back to tell you about more great work that you, as a member, are going to be responsible for having accomplished. Thanks again. Check it out, newlouisiana.org. Until next time, keep your batteries charged in your flashlight, because we're still looking.